Today is the 10th of May 2024, and it's supposed to be the warmest day of the year. And I've got a new camera, an Osmo Pocket 3, which I'm just trying out today, and it is pretty cool. Anyway, 10th of May, and it is so it's 20 to 6 in the morning. It's lovely now. It's nice and cool, but it's supposed to get very warm, so our office is not the May West in terms of ventilation and so on, not yet. Anyway, that's what we are, where we're at. So they are the great existential questions. Where are we and where are we going? And what day is it? So that's what we're going to do today.
He was there, she said evasively. You've got proof, have you? Evidences, said Strike, watching Alison closely. It can happen. It's hard for another man to judge, but he's...
I'm editing a video there at the moment. It's the video in which I explained about Sean Burke and Amy Burke being convicted yesterday in the District Court of criminal offences arising from a disturbance last year in the Court of Appeal. So both of them were convicted. The hearing went on from midday or just after midday to 11 p.m. last night. But Sean Burke was convicted and given the benefit of the Probation of Offenders Act, and Amy Burke was fined €400. So both of them were convicted of the offences. Sean Burke was convicted of assaulting a band guard. So as I say, I'm just going to video that, or going to edit that video there now. I've edited that video now and I've uploaded it to YouTube, to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, my podcast on Spotify, Instagram. And that case didn't finish until 11 o'clock last night, so from my perspective I have with the video a bit of a scoop, because some of the papers, because the case didn't finish until 11 o'clock last night in the District Court, don't have any report of it at all. So I'm getting a kind of a jump on it with my report this morning. So there you go, the early bird gets the worm. Anyway, it is time for coffee. So we're going to go and get coffee now in Nomad. I've got my coffee cup there, my Nomad coffee cup. Beautiful morning, fabulous morning, and today is supposed to be the warmest day in the year, so hopefully it is. Some morning in Enfield, beautiful morning. All this video is being made with the new camera that I bought, the Osmo Pocket 3, with the exception of this particular piece. And this particular piece of video, I'm using my regular Sony ZV-E10 camera, because I want to show you what I am talking about with this Pocket 3. So there's my mobile phone, alright? And there's this new Pocket 3 camera. And that's only a protective cover on the camera. So that's the actual camera there. And this is my mobile phone. So you'll see the size of it. It is a genuine pocket camera. Not only that, but it has a gimbal on top. Not only that, a gimbal, basically, you'll see what I mean by a gimbal in a minute, but watch how I switch watch how I switch on this camera. So all I have to do is flip the screen like this, and you'll see the camera immediately turns on. And if I press this, the camera switches around like that, straight around. It's on a gimbal, and I can also do face tracking. In other words, I could set this up on a little tripod, and I have a little tripod here. I could set it up on the desk here, or set it up anywhere. I can set up tracking on this little camera, and it will actually track my face. So if I was moving around or walking around, it will track it, and that's what the gimbal is about. And you'll see the thing on the top there is the gimbal. It'll track me, and it gives you perfectly level footage. So it's the convenience of this. It's the convenience of this camera. The smaller, and I switch it off like this. So you can imagine you're walking down the street, you're going into the WRC or someplace, and you want to get a small piece of footage, etc., and you whip this out of your pocket, and you can do it fairly unobtrusively. And as I say, it is very, very small, because that's actually the size of the camera, and that is a mobile phone, and it is top quality 4K video, etc., etc. There's a number of other advantages to it as well, but the size of it, the small size, small form factor, the convenience, the ease with which it starts and switches on and switches off and is ready to go, and so on, is the real advantages. But you know, it's really the size. Anyway, that's my new toy, and all of this video is being shot on this new toy, save for this bit here, which obviously I'm simply doing with my old camera in order to show you the difference. This is an ideal vlogging camera, in other words, for walking around or moving around, or perhaps being in the car, or as I say, doing vlogs. Whereas the more formal situation, the more formal video that I might make about, say, legal stuff, explaining a case or explaining some concept or whatever, and I'm in the office and I've got the suit on or whatever, and it's a regular video, well then I'm going to use my Sony ZV-E10, but that thing is very, very handy. The Sony ZV-E10 is much bigger, and then it needs a tripod, etc., etc. So just from the point of view of vlogging or walking down the street or being out in public, it's far more easy to use the small one, which, as I say, or as you can see, is the size of a mobile phone, and you can stick in your pocket, your suit pocket or your trousers pocket or your jeans pocket or whatever. So that's the reason for the new toy, and anything that helps make my YouTube channel better, anything that helps me tell better stories, is a tool in my marketing armory, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to run with it. Negotiating it at the moment. There's a WRC case coming up next week, and I put in an offer yesterday, without prejudice offer, to the other side, and they came back very, very quickly, and they rang the office and left a message to speak to me, and they sent an email as well. I let the hair sit, I didn't do anything, because quite frankly I want them to sweat. So I rang back this morning there, and we've progressed the situation somewhat. But the key thing is they've come back now with a counter offer, and I am going to go back, well, I went back to my client with it there. So there's a good chance that we will settle this case and it won't go ahead next Tuesday. If it goes ahead next Tuesday, we're ready to go. We have the submission done. The other side have the submission done as well. And we're getting into territory now where my client has to take a view whether it's better just to run it or to try and settle it and go the extra few bob. But the skill of negotiating is a critical one. and it's especially useful if you're a solicitor, but it's a skill that I've been using all my life and have used it in different contexts, and we all have to negotiate from time to time, even for a job or job offer or various situations. You have to negotiate things, even your place in a queue, for example. So negotiating skills are vital, and the speed with which, as I said, the other side came back to is a metric that you'd always be looking for, because it was obvious when I sent in the without prejudice offer that I was pushing an open door, and the other solicitor, when I spoke to him this morning on the phone, indicated that his client was anxious, or not so much anxious, but certainly prepared to settle, etc., etc. So, and obviously the other solicitor was, quite frankly, very willing as well to settle the case. So the bottom line is, when you're negotiating, there is the actual words that you might put on paper or offers you might make, and then there is the actions of the other party, and you do need to be able to read the room and read the little signs. I mean, if the other guy didn't come back to me at all yesterday and just let me sit, and I'd be thinking to myself, oh Jesus, we're going to be definitely going ahead with the hearing and this is not going to settle. But he came back so quickly that there's a good chance it'll settle. So let's wait and see. But negotiating is a key skill, and as I say, it's a key skill no matter what walk of life you're in, whether you're a builder or a car dealer or a solicitor or a psychotherapist or anything. Negotiating skills are universal. We're all about the recycling and saving the planet. So, Jesus, stunning day, absolutely stunning day outside. I must check out now that flicker on this camera. There's a little bit of flicker there, and I'll have to suss that out, because I can't have that in my videos. This is my first day with this new camera though, this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 I think it's called. So I'm just breaking it in and seeing what the crack is. There's the day. As John McGahern says, the day is the whole show. Beautiful day. Looking forward to getting out this evening now and maybe hitting the road on my Vespa and going for a quick spin around the block, around the parish at home. Got a new shredder today. Get rid of all the evidence. That's just a joke now about getting rid of all the evidence, alright? There's nothing to destroy, and we're not destroying anything. But we need a shredder, we've got a new one there, so it's working alright so far. Need a bit more space for it. That's a spectacularly good evening now. It's 4 o'clock, 4:05, heading home. fabulous evening. Look at that sky. So hopefully it'll keep up for the weekend. I think it's supposed to anyway, so let's see, let's hope so. Oh Lord. Jeez, that's some evening. Absolutely fabulous evening. I think we'll be dining al fresco this evening. Such a beautiful evening. Friday the 10th of May. Beginning of summer, hopefully. Tomorrow's supposed to be a great day as well. The forecast is good too, so here's hoping. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up down below. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think of the new camera as well. I must say I like it anyway. Like it very much. I'm going to go for a spin, hopefully later on now, on my trusty Vespa.